Track 5, Unit 11.
The diving lesson. Andy's cousins loved diving. Andy went to stay with them. The next morning, his cousins were getting ready to go diving. "Can you dive, Andy?" Ned asked. Andy shook his head. He was scared of diving, but he didn't want to say so. "Can you swim?" Max asked. Andy nodded. "Then you can learn to dive," said Max. "It's easy." When they got to the beach, Ned and Max put all their diving things in the small boat. Max started the motor. It hummed softly. Ned jumped in and Andy watched the boat as it chugged out across the bay. "Did you want to go with them?" Uncle Roy asked. "No, thank you, Uncle Roy," said Andy. "I'm going to swim." He ran into the water and swam a little way from the beach. He looked down. There were some fish far below, but the sunlight was shining on the water and he couldn't see them properly. "I'm going to put my head under the water," Andy said quietly. "Then I'm going to see the fish clearly." Andy took a big breath. He looked down, but he couldn't do it. He was too scared. When he got back to the beach, Uncle Roy was waiting for him. "While you were swimming," he said, "I was tidying up in the hut. I found this." He held out a mask with a tube on the side. "Do you want to try it?" he asked. "Ned used this when he was learning to dive," he added. Andy said, "Yes, please." Uncle Roy showed him how to put the mask on. He showed him how to breathe through the tube. Together they swam out from the beach. "Here's a good place," said Uncle Roy. Andy looked down. He could see fish, but he couldn't see them properly. "Now," he thought. He put his head under the water. There were hundreds of fish below him, big and small and all different colours. Some fish swam slowly. They flicked their tails gently. Other fish were fast and darted through the seaweed. Andy saw flashes of orange and bright blue. A large pink shell lay on the white sand, and red coral covered the rocks. It all looked very beautiful. Andy spent the morning swimming up and down the bay. He watched sea creatures of every shape and size. He even saw a small manta ray flapping along the bottom. When the other boys came back for lunch, Ned saw the mask on Andy's towel. He picked it up. "This is my old mask," he said. "I thought it was lost." "I found it in the hut," said Uncle Roy. "Andy's using it. He's learning to dive."
Track 6, Unit 11, Listening. 1. Talk about the pictures and listen to the song.
Splash into the waves in a shower of droplets, past the flying fish skimming over the foam. Leave the seabirds screaming, wheeling round their cliff-top nesting home. Down through shoals of darting fishes, chased by sharks with fearful
Track 7. 2. Find these creatures in the pictures. Listen again, then write the missing words. Sing the song.
Splash into the waves in a shower of droplets, past the flying fish skimming over the foam. Leave the seabirds screaming, wheeling round their cliff top, nesting home. Down through shoals of darting fishes, chased by sharks with fearful jaws. Tuna streaking, dolphins squeaking, whales cruise by too far off shores. Flatfish, starfish move along the seabed, crab and lobster sideways crawl. Worms are wriggling, eels are squiggling, anemones cling to coral walls. Dark and still are the waters of the ocean, far from the winds and the crashing seas. Deep down under, gaze with wonder, sea green world of mysteries.
Track 8. Unit 11. Spelling.
Compound nouns are made up of two words put together. Sun plus light equals sunlight.